What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today with my Week 3 college football predictions for 2016. So it's crazy that we're already at Week 3. I'll be honest, first 2 weeks have gone by kind of quickly, but the fact that we're right in the middle of college football season right now is just very exciting to me. We got a good week of college football on top, a couple really good games to pay attention to, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to start out with a weekday game. That's Houston and Cincinnati. A game that I would pay very close attention to if you're looking at a group of 5 game to watch. I'm going to take Houston in this one. I just think they're a little bit too good. Greg Ward did not play last week, should be able to play this week. Next one, Miami and Appalachian State. Again, could be a very, very good game. Appalachian State hung very tough with Tennessee, something Virginia Tech couldn't do. Miami's looked good throughout the first 2 weeks so far. I think it's going to be a very close game, but I'm going to take Miami in this one. Next one, Florida State, Louisville, where College Game Day is going to be this week. Very, very good matchup in the ACC. I'm going to take Florida State in this one. Lamar Jackson has been fantastic, as good as any player in the country through the first 2 weeks of the season. But Florida State, I think, is just too good of a team all around. I think there's any defense in the nation that could stop Lamar Jackson. It's definitely this Florida State defense. They're so fast, athletic, strong, and just overall maybe one of the most talented defenses in the country. So, and not even a maybe, they are. Next one, Ohio and Tennessee. Tennessee should be able to roll over them. Ohio beating Kansas last week. Again, I'm going to take Tennessee in this one by a pretty large margin probably. Next one, Iowa State and TCU. So, TCU coming off the upset, coming off getting upset against Arkansas. Not a great week for TCU fans, but Iowa State's had an even more brutal start to the season. I'm going to take TCU big in this one. Next one, Vanderbilt and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech actually had a pretty good start to the season. Vanderbilt put up a large amount of points last week compared to what you would expect them to do, but I'm going to take Georgia Tech in this one. I think that they will be able to get off to a 3-0 start. Next game, Colorado and Michigan. Colorado off to a 2-0 start. Good start so far, including a victory against Colorado State in Week 1. I'm going to take Michigan, just too good of a team right now. They're only 20-point favorites. I honestly think they're going to win by a little bit more than that, but like I said, I'm going to take Michigan in that game. Next one, Oregon and Nebraska. So both teams, again, off to 2-0 starts. Oregon coming off the victory against Virginia last week, or Nebraska coming off a victory against Wyoming. It's going to be a close game, but I'm going to take Oregon in this one. Nebraska's actually the favorite in this game, but I think Oregon's just the better team right now. Next one, Pitt and Oklahoma State. It still saddens me to talk about Oklahoma State football right now. They should be 2-0, but they shouldn't at the same time. I'm going to take Pitt in this one again, and it kind of hurts me to say, but Oklahoma State is 7-point favorites. It wouldn't be mind-boggling at all to see them come out and actually play very well. It's hard to tell how they're going to respond, but I think Pitt right now is just sorry about that, guys. Got cut off there, but anyway, like I said, Pitt just a better team. Next one, Alabama and Ole Miss. Oh man. Ole Miss coming off 2 straight victories now against 2 straight victories against Alabama. Ole Miss wasn't able to beat Florida State. It looked like they were in control for the first half of the game. Alabama obviously coming off a good first 2 weeks. A little bit of flaws last week. I'm actually going to pick Ole Miss in this one. I know that a lot of people are going to hate that pick. Ole Miss got very, very lucky last year against Alabama. But I think Chad Kelly can do it again. I think this Ole Miss team is good enough. Granted, they are dealing with some injuries right now, but I just got a gut feeling they can be able to do it or be able to win again. They have the game at home, which will help out a little bit too. Next one, East Carolina and South Carolina. So good matchup between 2 schools from the 2 Carolinas. I'm going to pick East Carolina in this one. I think they're the better team right now after a victory against NC State and Western Carolina. I think they have a whole lot of confidence riding into this game. So, yeah. Texas A&M and Auburn, first SEC matchup for both teams. I'm going to take Auburn in this one. Texas A&M has looked very impressive through the first 2 weeks. It wouldn't surprise me either team winning. I think both teams are actually pretty good this year. But again, Texas A&M, while they might be the better team, I think that why am I saying Auburn's winning? I meant Texas A&M. I'm so sorry. Texas A&M, I'm actually picking. I meant to say that about Texas A&M. I think they're the better team than Auburn. Auburn looked very impressive last week in a victory against Arkansas State, a team that's really no slouch, probably still a bowl team, but like I said, I'm going to pick Texas A&M. I think they're the better team. Next one, LSU and Mississippi State. I think that LSU is going to run over Mississippi State in this one. I just have a feeling that they're going to have a big week, but anyway, we'll watch and see what happens with that one. Michigan State and Notre Dame, one of the biggest games of the week. I said this in my top 25 rankings video. I think both teams really need a victory to prove that they're worthy of being in the top 15 and or top 10. I'm going to pick Notre Dame in this game. Again, I think it could be close. Michigan State hasn't looked all that impressive so far. Granted, Notre Dame hasn't really either, but I think Notre Dame's the better team. I think they have the better quarterback, and they'll walk away with the W in this one. So, Georgia and Mizzou. Georgia obviously looked very, very bad last week. Missouri actually putting up quite a few points. I'm going to pick Georgia in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if it's close, though. This is a game where you got to put Georgia on upset alert. Next one, Ohio State and Oklahoma. Again, one of the biggest games of the weekend. Oklahoma fighting and clawing to stay in the playoff race. And they're going to need a victory against Ohio State to stay in the playoff race. But I think Ohio State actually is the better team. I'm going to go with Ohio State in this game. I do think it'll be close, though. We'll see. It'll be a very good matchup. JT Barrett versus Baker Mayfield, one of the better quarterback matchups of the season. Next one, USC and Stanford. Again, good Pac-12 matchup. One of the best from the South against one of the best from the North. Actually, the best from the North. I'm going to pick Stanford in this game. I think they're the better team. I don't think USC is going to be able to slow down Christian McCaffrey. USC coming off a pretty impressive victory against Utah State last week, but again, I think that Stanford's just the overall better team. Texas and California. You get to see Texas against another good team. Cal coming off the loss to San Diego State last night. You get to see Davis Webb playing in the Big 12 again against his former rival, Texas. So it should be an interesting game to watch. Should be a lot of offense. So if nothing else, should be an entertaining game. Like I said, I'm going to pick Texas, though. Next one, UCLA and BYU. BYU coming off a heartbreaking loss to their rival Utah, where tried to win the game on a 2-point conversion and it failed. UCLA coming off a victory against UNLV after being upset by, actually I don't know if you could really call it an upset, but after being beat by Texas A&M in the first week. I'm going to take UCLA in this one. I, again, just think they're the better team. And last but not least, Boston College and Virginia Tech should be a very defensive-heavy game. I'm going to pick Virginia Tech in this one. I think, again, overall better team. Boston College struggling to score points this year as normal. So let me see my last. I did not get this together before the video. I should have. Okay. Here are my predictions from last week. Let's see my record. My record from week 1 was 21-5. And let's see here. We got, correct. Wrong. Wrong. Okay, so 3 losses so far. And then wrong. All right. So 24 games predicted. Looks like 4 wrong. So 20-4. All right. So week 2 record 20-4. I'm gonna put that in the description below, like I normally do. Which brings my total record to 41-9. So we'll see how I can do this week. And also, I will be coming back later tonight or tomorrow with my picks against the spread for this week in college football. But anyway, maybe a recap. That's something I've been talking about doing too. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So yeah.